Salut Barlow. Hello, hello. How you doing? Ça va. What about you? You good? Okay, this evening it's dwarf time. And I keep going on this dwarf illustration. I replace a lot of things and I start to draw other things that don't look good, so I'm gonna have to do some changes, and hopefully with a bit of luck I should finish that drawing this evening. Found that sketch. If I can find my eraser. Where is that F eraser? There's no eraser around. Okay, so if I don't have anything to erase the pencil, it's going to be problematic. I hate when my kids play around with my stuff and don't put it back where it belongs. Nope. 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 It's nowhere to be seen. Come on, it's easy instruction. You take something, you put it back. Nope. Look at that. Look what I have to work with. That's... You can't do smaller than that. Why does it go that way? It's supposed to go that way. Oh yeah, I said that I want something. Remember now. I just came back from a meeting, so I have to go back to the zone. Take out what I heard from the meeting and trying to get back to my Hey, Fix! That's a lot of mushroom. Comment ça va? Pourquoi est-ce que je ferais pas plutôt la main posée dessus le marteau là? Avec un marteau ici. Il est pas tard et je m'emmerde. Ah oui, bah écoute. Bienvenue. T'as qu'à rester un peu ici si tu t'emmerdes. Je continue pas ma sculpture aujourd'hui. Je continue mon sculpture, c'est le lundi. Je me dis que tu te serais peut-être moins emmerdé à me regarder sculpter. Peut-être tu peux t'amuser à voir comme je m'enfonce dans mes conneries. Ah oui, c'est mieux comme ça. C'est ça. La boîte est trop grosse et tout et tout. Ok, donc on va laisser tomber ça. The reason why I'm using Posca to erase that is that I'm not working on the original, I'm working on the print, and I can't erase that with my eraser because it's a print. Because the original was a little bit bigger, and that's erase nothing there. Yeah, this project have been done a very different way from what I'm doing usually. I keep sketching out stuff and scanning it and print it, the sketch, and replace everything because I'm always finding something that I'm not happy about, like this hand right now. I don't really like that hand. J'aime pas du tout cette main, donc il va falloir que je la... Au départ, je l'avais mis là-haut, j'ai un peu de mal. Là, j'aime bien la statue, je vais faire la même de l'autre côté, mais je vais le faire en numérique, je pense. Donc ça, ce sera un peu plus clair. Ce sera moins contrasté que le premier plan, bien sûr, parce que ça se passe derrière là-bas. Là, on a un nain. Ce nain a une petite histoire. Ce nain était un prêtre au départ. Et du coup, pour pouvoir avoir donné une chance à la... Comment donner une chance au secours à arriver, il est obligé de laisser tomber son rôle de prêtre et prendre les armes pour gonfler un petit peu les rangs du lieutenant qui est là. Okay, we have a big door here. Ok, donc... je me demande si c'est pas un petit peu trop bas ça. Je vais marmonner beaucoup là. I'm gonna talk to myself a lot. Sorry about that. Just wandering around. Just checking on screen what it looks like. And keep changing what I don't like. This one is empty. What if this hand was somewhere else? Because I don't like that. Because I really like when this hand was there, but it doesn't work for some reason. Ça marche mieux là. What do you think about that spear getting out of the mouth? I'm starting to wondering if it's not too much. I feel like it's stealing the attention in that corner where all the attention should be around that dude. I feel like, just not having the spike getting out of this mouth should be enough to make it less dramatic. J'ai l'impression que ça fait un peu beaucoup quand même. Là, la pointe de la lance qui sort de la bouche comme ça. Je me demande si je veux pas juste enlever la pointe. Et laisser la bouche ouverte sans rien qui sort. Alors, attends. Laisse-moi réfléchir. Donc, si je suis comme ça, j'ai effectivement le pouce de ce côté. Donc, ça, c'est bon. Peut-être que je devrais avoir moins de bras, par contre. Ouais, c'est mieux les deux mains sur le truc. Beaucoup mieux. What I'm doing the 4 main dwarves, and there is a fifth one over there in the far, in the entrance of the dwarves fortress. That he has his own little story. We have corpses there, and that's it. Yes, because it's just about those guys that are about to charge the remain orcs, and there is a little story that goes with it, and as soon as I will be done with the illustration, I will post the little story as well, so you can read what this scene is about. The story is written by Emery, which is an awesome dude that can write very nice little stories, and that's the guy that's gonna write the comic book that we're gonna work on as well. And very exciting about the comic book because we decided that the orcs, and actually that's the same orcs here, because this illustration is gonna coming from the lore of our comic book. Our orcs are not going to be like Armour kind of orcs or World of Warcraft kind of orcs. They are going to be like Tolkien's kind of orcs. And that's a little bit more exciting to draw because, you can give them more character and they don't have this very characteristic big, boar kind of jaw. So yeah, this part is just about what I want us to see. Because what I'm afraid is that there is so much stuff that we don't really see what's going on. So I want to leave some space for the drawing to breathe a little bit. But in the same time, they're just being raided by the orcs, and supposed to have orcs everywhere. Corpses of orcs and dwarves there. I just have the idea the other day that this dude probably died from a arrow there, which kind of makes sense. So I guess we're gonna have a little bit more crops there, because there is a little gap where we can add corpses. Yeah, it's very difficult to come up with an interesting position for corpse. And for feet as well, for some reason. Okay, here we have the chainmail of the dude. So the dude just, the dude decide, the armor is the mage. The mage. I mean, you can't use it anymore. There's no point to have it on his back. And the dude decide, you know what? I'm gonna go, topless. So it took off everything. The gloves, the chainmail, the armor, and even the helmet. The helmet is still visible, but I decided that I'm gonna put it down on the floor. So even the helmet is on the floor. So I'm gonna put the helmet somewhere. Maybe here. Yeah, here it's very hard to see what's going on. That's something I need to be very careful about with this illustration, because it's very, very, very easy to get lost into the details, and then you lost the readers of that picture as well. So as soon as I don't really see what's going on, that means I need to change something. So is there something on that picture you don't really understand? For example. because there's a story behind it, but I made it in a way that you can make up your own story just by looking at what's going on. Even though I talked a lot about it, so I guess people know what's going on now. Yes, it's gonna be much bigger. So the quality of the drawing will be, I don't know if you remember the dwarf I made just, for the t-shirt designed. It was just, a dwarf with the axe on his shoulder. It's gonna be the same kind of drawing. Those dudes gonna be much bigger. I guess I'm gonna at least double the size of that drawing. At least. I guess it's gonna be even bigger because I really want to have, strong faces and strong texture. And so I guess it's gonna be as big as the one I made when, the orcs were fighting the Romans. So what probably gonna happen is that I'm gonna work in session. Like I'm gonna have like this part here, I'm gonna draw it, and then I'm gonna draw this part here, and then I'm gonna put them together on digitally, and I'm gonna draw this dude there with probably a little bit of the rock behind, and I'm gonna add digitally the background as well. So I'm gonna have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, 6 different drawings that I'm gonna put together in the end. So I won't have a huge sheet of paper to fill up. I'm gonna have multiple drawings that fit together to complete a big one, if you see what I mean. It's gonna be much easier to do it that way, to film it for once, and to even to draw. It's more encouraging to have a less big, a smaller drawing to do than a huge one. Even if at the end it's going to be a big one, but at least we do it bit by bit. Now I know that the mountain is going to be like about, I'm wondering if the dude should be in front of the sky. Maybe the dude should be in front of the sky. It would be more epic, isn't it? So I'm gonna stop the mountain there. We'll have a little bit there and there as well, and so the mountain goes like that. Maybe. So there is a cliff there. And then here you have mountain in the background. And more mountains that are barely visible. Alright. And we have clouds there. So it's not very visible right now, so I'm gonna add a little bit more contrast. So that's going down. Alright then, mountains, like really big mountains. So those mountains are just coming from my head. What I'm gonna do, as soon as I have the complete composition of that sketch, then I'm gonna look online to find a nice background, nice reference for the rocks, very interesting rocks and stuff like that. And then I will draw that as much, this horn will be in gold, and everything's gonna be like, pretty cool looking. Because it's gonna be like, I'm gonna show off what the comic book is gonna be like in my mind. Maybe we should have like clouds between mountains as well. Yeah, it's so high in the sky that there is clouds in front of the mountains. That should be nice. And so we can take out those ones and have a nice like sunrise or sunshine, something spectacular as well. We don't want, to steal the action either. So yeah, I lost my mini eraser. Crap. Come on, how am I supposed to work without my tools? Okay, I'm gonna use that. I guess it works. Poor unicorn. Old man of store is nice area for dwarf type mountain on the island of sky. Oh yeah? Let me check that. Let me check that. Copy and paste. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, that's the kind of mountain I did draw. I had like Corsica in France. We have a little island in south. Corsica is a really small island with like a kind of shape like that, and they have spectacular, nice looking rock formation and everything. So I was more thinking about this kind of stuff. I put like very spiky mountain there, but I'm not very sure that I want them to be spiky. We'll see. But what is sure is that we're gonna have clouds between mountains, and then we have a nice sky. I guess we should have more corpses, maybe, you know, in some places there. Because this looks empty compared to what's going on here. I need to stop doing those mountain on this helmet, because that's some design I made for Master Warriors, and it's not Master Warriors lore. So I need to change. It's very hard when you have like something in your head to change it. Especially when you're trying to do two different lores. Hey Stig! How you doing, my friend? Is it a joke? I already lost the big... oh no, it's there. Look what I have to use today. Bon, tiens, profite que tu arrives, Stig. Est-ce que on arrive à comprendre ce qui se passe sur cette image? Ça, c'est encore un petit peu le bordel. Je suis en train de regarder l'écran. J'ai du mal à voir que c'est la côte de maille qu'il a foutu par terre. Il faudrait que je dessine ça autrement. Il faudrait que je dessine son pied une bonne fois pour toutes, c'est tout. À chaque fois que je dessine son pied, je suis pas content du truc. Donc ça a l'air trop petit. Donc, on veut une côte de maille, donc on va sûrement avoir un col. J'ai déjà perdu Steve. Ah, tu dors. Je te demandais si tu arrives à comprendre ce qui se passe sur l'image. Est-ce que le sketch est assez... Est-ce que le croquis est assez clair? Le nain qui éclate des orques trolls. Ok. It's good enough. Exclate, j'avais compris, t'inquiète. Attends, est-ce qu'il y a assez d'espace pour sa grosse tête là? Parce qu'il faudrait quand même que je fasse une cote de maille qui puisse se mettre sur le dos. Hey Aiden. Hello there. Sound like Obi-Wan. Ok, ça roule. Bonne nuit. Merci d'être passé. Ah mais t'inquiète hein Coco. Tu nous dois rien hein. Tu fais selon ce que tu peux faire hein. Enfin moi en tout cas tu me dois rien du tout. Tu viens quand tu peux et ça me fait plaisir chaque fois que tu viens. Alors. See you next time. Not sure which way I'm gonna put the hand. va pas, ça va pas, ça va pas. The face is too small. Come on, do it. Just do it. Bye bye, à tout à l'heure. Yeah, more I think about that and less I like it. I feel like this dude will be more about taking out his spear from a corpse than finishing one. If you see what I mean. Stig est parti, mon ami FX. Je dois filer, dodo. Ok, bah bon dodo. Et à bientôt. Merci d'être passé. Je sais pas où je vais terminer ce corps en fait. I don't know where to finish that body. Is that body finishing over there? Yeah, looks like so, yes. it's your imagination, so you can do whatever you want with. I mean, yes and no, because yes, I can draw whatever I want, but it needs to look like legit. So if this foot is over there and I'm looking at my screen and I see it doesn't look good, it won't be good for me. Like I'm gonna change that already. I know that because it's too much. I want all those guys to be dead. So the only reason of that position is that he's taking out the spear from this body to get it back. But this dude is dead already. So this dude, I like it. I really like that dude there. I just made. I like that, like that, like that. That's good. That maybe needs to be worked, because when I'm gonna ink it, I really need to know everything. You know, I really need to be happy about every. I'm gonna add one more corpse there, like an orc, maybe. So every time there is something that I'm not sure about, I really need to be sure. Because what I need to think as well is about contrast between things. So for instance, if I want this leg to popping out, I need to put something darker behind it. And the body of that orc could be this dark thing that I need. That's the problem when it's not really a problem, but when you do illustration from a story, it's not like surreal stuff where you can draw whatever you want, even if it doesn't make sense. Here you're illustrating a scene, and it's a scene from a story that's being written already. So yeah, it has to make sense. In fact, it's a very funny story, because I did draw last year a card about a dwarf armor. It was bronze armor, a magic bronze armor, something like that. And I did decided to draw that armor with an extra space for the a big tummy, you know, because it's like, for some reason I thought it was a nice fixture. And Emery, the dude that back in that time was drawing for Master Warriors, when he saw that armor, it just made up a story about how that dwarf came to get that armor and everything. And then a year later, I'm like, we are starting to talk about, drawing our comic book, and then waiting for something to start to draw. Emery proposed to me, why aren't you draw the story with the armor of that lieutenant? And instead of doing a little comic book, I thought, you know what? When I'm reading that story, what I see is that scene. So I decided to draw that scene. And you will know more about, the armor is there. So he took off the armor because he took a big blow on it, and it doesn't make sense to keep it. And as he's up for it and getting a little bit berserk, I think. I think this guy is a little berserker a little bit. So he's looking around the remaining dwarf from his unit. There is like 3 more dwarf there, and he look at them and they look at him, and like just with just a look, everybody got it. All right, we're gonna go back there. It's like 1 dwarf for 16 orcs, something like that. But whatever, we ask for help, and help is not coming yet. And they knows that this bunker over there won't take another raid. So they decided to give a go and eliminate as much orcs as they can before the help is coming back. It's kind of what this story is about. And it all started with this armor drawing I made last year. So it's funny because he did write that story because of the drawing I made, and I'm doing a and now I made a drawing with the story he made from that drawing. It's kind of a full circle. We inspire each other. And the comic book we are writing is gonna be a pretty good story as well. Very excited about that project. I hope I won't be too busy so I can work on it, because right now Master Warriors is kind of on hold for me because I don't have much more drawing to do. Now all is left to do is for Sebastian to write the right version of it, to a corrected version of that rule book, because it's a game, it's a war game. Where is the music? Is it gone already?
Musique Premium vous donne un contrôle total sur votre...
11 already? Jeez. Okay, I really need to finish that sketch this evening, so let's keep going. Maybe I was thinking maybe having more weapon on the floor, but I'm not sure we can really see what's going on here. Valois? I don't know. That name doesn't ring any bells. Let me check, because it doesn't ring any bell. Like those drawings. Let me check. No, Valois. Oh la. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah, we're not too far from... I think we are not too far from the style of what I want to do. Yeah, I guess it's kind of what's gonna be, except it's gonna be with my style of drawings. But yeah, we're almost there. I'm not sure about the composition of the squares, but we'll see. Oh yeah, alright. Jamie Calderon. It's pretty good, pretty neat. The only difference is that for my comic book, I really want that sketchy, old illustration style, you know. It's a little bit too clean for my taste. I want my comic book to be more dirty, if you see what I mean. Especially, you know, from the fact that the story will be about an orc village. So, you know, right there, you already, you know. And I want something a little bit, like I said, you know, more sketchy than, you know, from, you know, the orc and goblins comic book. I'm gonna go further than that. I think the English version will be first, and then it would be up to me to have a French version, because Emery is writing in English. So I'm guessing we're gonna have an English version first. So I guess this illustration will be like a teaser of what's the style of the comic book is gonna be. So you know what's gonna be inside the comic book, and then we're gonna walk privately about this. And the fun stuff is that the Twitch viewer will have preview of the squares, because I'm gonna work on those squares live stream. But the complete comic book will be released and for sale when it will be finished. But there won't be any page visible online. Only on Twitch when I'm working on it. So if you know people wants to know what's gonna happen visually on that story, all they need to do is follow what I'm doing on Twitch. Yeah, the only thing we're gonna show up is that drawing when it's complete, and it should give you a nice preview of what this comic book is gonna look like. Yeah, don't worry, you don't disturb me. If I don't want to be disturbed, I just draw without being live stream. If I'm live stream, it's because I don't mind to be to talk. Don't worry about that. Alright. Okay, now I need a dude there. And I need a dude there as well. Or maybe I'm gonna put the chainmail here. You know what? I think I'm gonna give up the idea of showing the chainmail on the floor. I'm just gonna make it guess it's behind him or somewhere, because it's too messy in his foot there. I need to have something much easier to see. Or maybe he's stepping on his. Yeah, he's stepping on his shield. Yeah, make more sense. Let's forget about and it give this idea of those lieutenant that are carry around on big shield. Yeah, what's gonna be very funny and very interesting is to get back to each and every one of those guys and really decided what kind of tattoos he have, what kind of design there is on his pan, and what kind of stuff he have. What's gonna be the horn? Is it gonna be gold or what? All those kind of things that's gonna make the whole thing very pretty cool. How injured they are because they're just being raided. Because I want the things to be, very messy. Yes, Yes, part of my job is to take commission. So that precise drawing is just a personal project. So I've not been commissioned to draw that drawing, but most of the time, drawing I do is commissioned. So part of the job, my job is to, draw commissions, and the most part of my job is having my workshop over there open to public and doing session with people, drawing, sculpting, doing craft with kids and stuff like that. That's the main money. The main of my income is coming from my workshop, and then beside that I'm taking commission, portraits and illustration. But yeah, I'm working full time and my weeks are very busy. So that's why, in the evening I'm taking the time. That's my plan for this year. In the evening I'm planning to take my time on a personal project. But if I have a commission and the dude is not, he doesn't care about me drawing it live stream, so I'm probably gonna do it live stream because it goes very much faster that way. But I only started to draw illustration back in 2019, so it's not that far. It's not that long that I'm doing illustration. Before that, I was doing mainly portraits, and then I started, inside myself, starting to get bored of doing only portraits. So I was sending to the universe, the law of attraction, that I wish I can do a little bit of illustration. And then this dude wanted to have a game, a war game, and ask me to, if I can draw for the game. So he gave me a map, a rough sketch of the map, and asked me if I can draw a proper map of that sketch. And I did, and he was very happy with that. And then he commissioned me a bunch of drawing, and it never stopped until very recently. No, I don't think so. It's not the same kind of stuff. Alright, I like that dude. Look at that, he's dead, he's still holding his sword. That's commitment. Alright, now we have a full set. A lot of corpses. We still see a little bit of the ground because I didn't want to cover the whole ground because it's too messy, but I want to have more weapon on the floor. Maybe a little bit of grass. I don't know. Should I leave it like rocky mountain, or should I put some grass in there? I feel like it should be rocky. Yeah, me too. So yeah, that's what I want. I want, you know, a kind of busy background there, very visible, and then in a front ground, or what? How do you call it? Front ground? No, maybe. Enfin, a first layer of, you know, very visible stuff, and those four guys being, you know, well seen, and then in the background with less contrast we have this face of a mountain with this big door there. The foreground, yeah, thank you. Well, that's too fancy. I want something more practical. No, maybe I don't know yet. I don't know yet about that door. We'll see later, I guess. Let's see what we have in the ground there. I was planning on the sword, but it's too busy. Maybe a dagger, something smaller. That one, that's gonna be no more holes there. It's just goes down a little bit. Alright, let's change the head of that dude. I think I'm gonna change the whole thing because right now I want to have the ground. Otherwise, let's redraw that dude completely. I don't have any more ink in there. Come on, give me some ink. Give me some paint. Thank you. The dwarf. Now that's the thing. The first idea was that the dwarf is still alive, and this one is. Attends, maybe put the dwarf hasn't put the sword in yet. So the orc, yeah, that was the first idea. The first idea was that this dwarf was finishing off this orc. And then I felt like this little scene there is stealing the attention of what should be the attention, and the attention is that dude, charging. Not that little scene where this orc is still alive and blah blah blah. So I decided to change that into this dude just getting back the spear, and this orc is dead already, so it doesn't steal the attention of that middle section. You see what I mean? It's more my feeling right now. So I'm guessing I'm gonna draw that dude like his head is tilted like that, or maybe like that. Yeah, it's becoming very messy there, so I guess no, I don't want to do another sketch. This one should be the final one. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of feeling I have when I see the complete drawing, and I was thinking about that yesterday, and this scene was bothering me. So I guess if it's bothering me, I want to get rid of it before, inking and everything. Maybe. Yeah, because we don't really need to see another face here. We can only see the helmet, like you said. Let's try that. She's gonna try to get rid of what was there before, so it doesn't bother me. Now dry. Okay, let you dry while I'm doing something else. Maybe more. Maybe we can have like a dwarf construction there to limit it. That's kind of the entrance of the, and then this thing has been broken, maybe. Where is the yeah, that's not supposed to be that. Just improvising right there, but it looks kind of like it. Just an idea I just had, but I think it's adding a little bit of, you know, their place has been broken already. You know, this eraser is not very easy to use. It's getting dirty. I'm not even sure it's an eraser. Pegasus? It's a unicorn with wings. I don't think Pegasus is a unicorn. Because my son already pulled the horn there, so it's not very visible anymore. Oh yeah? Nice. Oh, I saw a very funny drawing on Facebook that explained why we don't have any more unicorns. And you have two unicorns talking, and one of them is saying like, "Hey, I'm George," and the other one say, "Hey, I'm Bernard." And then they say, "Oh crap!" And then you have the camera is putting back, and they are in the Noe Ark. You know, the boat from Noe, and realizing there are two males. And that's why we don't have any more unicorns. And in the same spirit, I saw another one where two unicorns on the shore on the beach, and then you see Noah's Ark going away, and one of them saying, "Oh, it was today." Yeah, very strange. I have a little period of time where I have a lot of jokes about unicorns. I don't know why. Alright. Looks like it's about it. I don't think something is missing. It's everything I wanted to do. We have an entrance. We have the four dwarfs. We have we still have this helmet to draw. Don't make me. Okay, we're gonna do what you say, I guess. It's nice. Let's see if it works first. Maybe a bit further away. Maybe you can have ears there. Yeah, I'm not sure we understand what's going on. I need to draw that more properly. Maybe, attends. Have something like that where we see holes in the armor. So I don't want that hole anymore. I want to have more flat side. A simpler background, a simpler ground. Because if the ground is too tricky, I feel like it's gonna be too busy. Because having corpse already is, it's busy enough. Not sure about that arm though. What if I'm taking out this arm there? Yes. Yeah, you see, I'm very less upset or disturbed about this anymore. The dwarf is doing the same movement, but this is not bothering me anymore. So I guess it's a good plan. I'm glad I changed that. No, what's it from? I'm gonna need to find out what this rocky surface is. What's the shape of that code? Right now I'm not sure, but yeah, I think we are good here. I'm gonna add a little bit of mess there and call it finished. At least the sketch. Okay, we are done. Yes, I'm happy about that. I'm happy about what I see. Looks pretty cool. We can see that we are in the cliff of a mountain there, because we can see, some structure that being broken. We see a background over there that tell us that, I like drawing that, tell you a story. And when I see that with clouds between mountains, it indicate me that we are quite high, and so we are probably on the top of a mountain or something, like a very high, dwarf fortress or bunker or something. Those dwarves have been attacked for sure, and the four remaining dwarf are about to charge, because there is one that is blowing a horn there. This one is about to take his weapon, and we can kind of guess that this one is taking back his spear, and this one is ready to go. Difficult part is sometimes knowing when you are finished. Always adding more, but needs to be careful not to add too much. No, I think because I know what I want, and I know what I want, and I can see what I want, which is this here. We can see that really clearly, and then less visible we have that, and then the background there. So it's kind of epic, kind of almost like a pile of bodies. If you look at the drawing really quickly, it looks like those dwarves are standing on a pile of bodies, when in fact they are just on the ground, because we see like it's kind of creamish color of the rocks that we'll see a little bit everywhere. So it will be clearer, but we'll have dirt and blood and stuff that it's gonna make that surface busy. We're gonna have some steps there. I don't know if we see the steps already, but we have like maybe over there. We're gonna have some steps to get there. Because that's gonna be entrance. And that's it. Très bien. Yes, très bien. All right, Barlow. Thank you very much for being with me this evening for the whole session. It's been a good 2 hours of work. I'm very happy with what I have. I think we did draw good stuff there, and I think it's time for me to stop there and do a little raid somewhere and go to bed. So I guess I won't have extra stream like I used to do, because this year is gonna be very busy. So I'll be back next Monday to keep working on that dude there that I started last Monday. So Monday is gonna be about sculpting, and the Thursday is gonna be about drawing. So we're gonna work on those 2 projects for now. And this one is gonna take a long time, because next time I guess I'm gonna start drawing the foreground. So I need to divide that foreground. So I guess it's gonna be like those corpses first. I need to cut that drawing physically to make it bigger, and so I can put it back digitally and physically, glue them together to get a very big picture, because I really want to get all those facial expression with the teeth and the tattoos and the blood getting out of the nose and stuff like that. And I can only have that if it's drew big enough. See what I mean? So that's gonna be the next step, like this background should be one big drawing. All right, I'm off Monday, so I will see you then. Okay, cool, perfect. So yeah, stick around a little bit if you want, so we can rate somebody, and I will see you Monday. I won't really see you, but I will see you in my chat box. All right, so have a good night. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Bye bye, Eden, if you're still around. Thank you as well for coming, and yeah, see you next time, everybody. Night night.